We'll order gold, a great example of an extreme imbalance in price. A huge order on gold during the opening, during the London session. Gold is usually moving during the London and New York, as you probably already know. New York, of course, moves sometimes a bit harder because, yeah, it's related to the United States, but the US. There was a big number on the ask side on gold this morning. Value area high upfront as usual. We're looking to value area lows, value area highs, changing behavior in price, and of course our footprint, delta and volume combined with market profile and the DOM. Right here, equal highs, nothing much to explain about that. Should be pretty straightforward for you. You can see how price pinpointing this level. First attempt was not the greatest one. There was some imbalance in this price. On the ask we saw some orders, but I was aware for probably a deeper test, because that is a behavior of gold. But gold does, it can wipe out a lot most of the times, and this is also a thing that we saw happen right here. 0/8, 0/9, 0/15. So there was a small push for around 15-20 pips, something like that. 84 into 82, which is a 20 pip move. Not a bad trade at all. It could be a nice scenario, but on gold you really have to be aware of behavior in price, because it's not like euro or the pound. Like I already explained in the last gold video as well, gold's a safe haven, so we have pretty big investors in this asset. People like to dump their money into this asset, and this goes also with a lot of heavy forces. On the ask side right here, the last test of this equal high, value area, high area on the market profile, we saw an absolutely dump in orders right here. 0/160 almost, 87 and 132, which is almost 300 contracts traded on Goldie on the ask side. We saw also on the left side right here, if you compare this delta numbers with this move, which I explained it, little move, not too big delta numbers, but right here we saw some really real power. We saw small delta numbers to big delta numbers, an increase, a positive delta with a push from the buyers right here. On the bid we saw 22/0, which was a bid, which was a long order, executed into this high area, and then we saw the real move coming in the equal highs, in the value area high arena, level. So then we saw the change in behavior in price. We saw a liquidity move, probably by a lot of retail traders. This was a break of structure or break retest or whatever you want to call it, but we see it different. We see it complete different. It's simple and grab of orders, limit orders on the right side, on the in depth of market DOM appearing on the right side. Then we see market orders on the footprint, which we saw 300 contracts traded. So if you take this breakout, this is definitely a failure, and this is not a thing that you can see in, for example, TradingView or any other retail platform, because we see a 300 contract trade right here in front of our ISIS, and this is also the explanation why price dump to the downside for almost 80 pips. We moved from 85 to 77, 78 area, which is a large trade. 80 to 90 pips move during the London session opening. The delta was also telling us that there was something big incoming, right here. So we saw the positive delta, but we changed hardly. The move didn't continue, So it took over to the negative delta, and then we see more negative delta on the right side, and price dump to the downside. Okay, so your potential trade could be into this high area, and if you were not able to manage this trade, your second potential trade could be around this area right here. Okay, so we saw a test from this imbalance on the left into this level. If you zoom this in, we saw again a pretty big number appearing on the ask side on gold. We see 28, 16, 15, 10, you know, a quick number that is around 50, 60, 70 contracts of trading on the ask side again, on the ask, and again, you know, pretty nice movement. Not the biggest movement, but it could be your potential trade setup if you like to, you know, because yeah, we fall more to the downside from this point to this point. We calculate again around 70 pips move. So this could be your first trade after the huge numbers with the delta, or your second scenario could be here, the break into the price range based off the eco highs, tested with a nice sign of a grab of orders right here around this area into the maximum level from the market profile, and then we tank to the downside again for 70 pips. You know, really beautiful level. Of course, value area, low area is where you should take at least 60, 70, 80% of the profit. Of course, depends on your own plan. If you're looking to the left, the value area, low area is also identifying buy and proper imbalance. It's not simple random imbalance. If you zoom into the imbalance, I would of course like to see if there is something happening within this level, and it does. We have 6 over 0 on the bid, and we have 0 over 9 in the ask. So, and this area is also matching up with this level, 0 over 16. And if you're looking a little bit more deeper in the candle, you will find out there is a lot of stuff happening within this level. So this is also the reason why there is something happening if we target this level, because there is imbalance in price back in the days right here. And this is also why you see something happening within this price area, you know. A deep explanation on gold. Extreme imbalance, you know, extreme imbalance in price, huge orders, 300 contract trade, amazing, you know. Okay, on to the next video. Wish you the best. Peace.